Hello and welcome to the Wedding Club by Be Our Guest.
Whoop!
Woo!
Hey!
I'm Chloe.
I'm Claire with the brown hair.
I'm Claire with the blonde hair.
Yay!
Yay!
And today, girlies, what are we talking about?
Wedding trends for this year and maybe beyond. Who knows? Let's start with celebrant-led weddings.
Lush.
What the hell is that? Okay, so you have three types of weddings.
Mm-hmm.
You can have a religious wedding,
Yeah.
so in a church, a registrar office wedding, or a registrar-led wedding.
Which is probably the most popular.
Yeah.
at this
So
moment.
registrar from the local council comes around to the venue and performs your traditional wedding vows there.
And you like book a time slot with them, don't
Yeah,
you? So that can be quite difficult. I've seen a lot of people come in and say they've had to have this time because
They
no other
literally go
time.
from one wedding to another
Yeah.
on whatever day.
Yeah.
And sometimes it could be a late wedding, like 2:00, which doesn't suit your needs.
Yeah.
So the new, well, not the new, but the more in thing at the moment is a celebrant-led wedding.
Yeah.
So that is a person who performs as a celebrant, so you can book them,
Yeah.
who will personalize your wedding from start to finish. Or you could be your best friend,
Yeah.
somebody who's good at public speaking in your family.
Yeah.
That's a nice idea.
I've got pretty much a pact with my friend Dan that we said it since we were like 12, before we even knew that it was a possibility, that he will be the person who marries me to whoever I'm getting married to.
So you can actually do
That's-
that now.
Yeah.
Because with a celebrant-led wedding, what you need to do is get legally married first. So that means you have to go to your local council office, book your legal wedding, and go then on that day to say your vows. Think Sarah Jessica Parker. Yeah, so that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So then you're legally married. So the day of your wedding is then the day that you have your celebrant there.
Yeah.
And all your nearest and dearest.
Yeah. But in saying that, in the style of Jamie and Sophie,
Yeah.
you can also celebrate on the day where you legally are married.
So your
People are doing that
registrar
now.
office type wedding.
Yeah.
And then have your nearest and dearest.
Yeah.
So maybe your best mates and your close family.
Yeah.
And then go out for a meal.
Yeah.
And make a day of it.
Yeah.
And then have your celebrant-led wedding,
Yeah.
whether that be abroad, in this country, and have your whole party going on.
Yeah. So it makes it span over a few more days, which is
Yeah.
what you want.
Yeah, that's
I love the fact that you can have your own vows. You can write your own vows, more personal, and tell your other half how you really feel. Like you see in America when you watch American weddings on TikTok and all that. Then they do their own vows and they're crying because they're meaningful. I love a celebrant-led wedding.
much
Yeah.
first.
Yeah,
I think we're going to see more of that.
I think so.
yeah, definitely a trend.
Yeah. On the topic of your own vows, though, another trend that I've seen is I think it came over from America and it's now coming over to the UK, is the first look.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I love
So you and your partner get to see each other. There's normally a camera there, which is lovely because you get to keep the photos and the memory then forever. Where it just takes the pressure off a little bit because you see each other before walking down the aisle. And I think gone are the days of saying it's bad luck to see each other before the actual wedding.
Yeah.
And then you could say if you weren't having a celebrant-led wedding, you were still having the traditional wedding, church wedding, registrar, you can still have that moment where you do your own vows to each other and it's just you two. And it can be a really emotional,
I like that.
lush
'Cause it
moment.
does takes the pressure off. Because all I can remember about my wedding when I was walking down the aisle was how scared I was that everybody was going to turn around and look at me. And I didn't want to, I just felt like awkward. Once I got there, I was okay. But it was the actual walking down the aisle and everybody turning in that moment. Unless you enjoy that kind of thing, I hate it. I really hate that.
Because that's already taking away the fact that like it's the first time your husband's seeing you or your partner's seeing you in your outfit. It's also everyone else looking at you. So I think the like first look takes away half of the pressure and then just leaves the other half, which makes it an easier load to bear.
I agree.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Right. So bows. And we're here for bows, let's face it.
We're
We all
obsessed.
love a bow.
We love a bow.
Chloe wore a bow in her hair to our Christmas party. I've reminded about earlier.
Been wearing bows. I just think they're so cute.
Chloe is definitely ahead of the trend.
I have bow earrings in.
Everyone asking. Everyone asking for bows. Everyone.
They're just so cute.
So we have seen bows on veils, bows on shoes. Jimmy Choo got a lovely bow shoe
They do.
on the front and the back.
Bows. I saw a wedding dress and I thought it was absolutely beautiful. A massive bow on the back.
On the
it was
back.
like, it was almost like that retro kind of.
Yeah.
But it was beautiful. It was so nice.
Imagine if you're having children in your wedding and you've got the little girls who dress with a big
A
bow
huge
in the
bow, like a flower girl.
So adorable. Yeah.
I've seen them on cakes as well.
Yes.
Because I think we'll talk about retro
We'll go into the cakes in a bit.
retro styles, but stuff like that, like the bows on the cakes, are so cool.
Yeah.
On
It's just so nice.
invitations, on flowers, chairs, stationery, and we could go on.
Yeah.
So bows are everywhere. Bows are big.
Literally anywhere there's decoration, there can be a bow.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I've seen people tie their cutlery together with a bow.
Why not?
Yeah, I
Love
love
it.
that. And a
Yeah, why
napkin
not?
in a bow. We've been doing that for a little while
Bow
now, haven't we?
napkins, yeah.
Yeah, we love that. The other thing, well, it's great. I love this one. Is a wedding weekend. So you
Yeah.
start on a Friday.
Yeah.
Have go to your venue the night before if you can, or book into a hotel, and with your the mums, and or your bridal party, have a little spa day or go for a meal, have a little celebration of your own just to get the party started.
Yeah, nice rehearsal
say.
dinner, sort of like just a nice extend the whole.
We knew somebody who last year did this, so they were like ahead of the time, then, weren't they? Because they did that in the night on the night before. Then they had their ceremony and their after party, and then on the Sunday they sat out the back in a looking at the Welsh mountains and had a pizza oven.
I think that's so
lovely.
nice.
Yeah,
It's almost like the night before one is almost like a rehearsal dinner,
yeah.
but not really a rehearsal dinner.
Yeah.
Just
Oh
like
my God, we need to bring a rehearsal dinner over to the
it's
UK.
almost bringing that back, isn't it? Because we haven't. It never really came over to the UK. It was always in America, but I feel like even in America, it's kind of dropped off.
Yeah.
But it's almost like that, just a bit more.
isn't it?
Yeah, it's just a relaxed version of that. And then the day after having like a brunch when everyone's like hungover.
Yeah,
Just
I love it.
Yeah.
another one going into like the retro vibes again is film photography. I think this is such a cool way of capturing your wedding. I've seen people have it where they've just had the film photographer as their photographer.
Oh, so back in the day when you put a film in your camera? you
Yeah.
mean? Ah, so it's not like digital. and
Yeah,
it's all
yeah.
style. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Ah, lush.
I think it kind of started where people were having like the disposable cameras on the tables, but now they've gone for a bit more of it being like a prominent feature
So the
in your
candid
wedding.
shots.
Yeah, so it gets the candid shots, but it can also get the like group shots. It can do all of it and just kind of capture it in just that retro, more homey feel.
Catching it in a moment.
Yeah.
Like if all the bridesmaids are standing together and laughing, just
And it's
catching that
those
picture.
moments that
Yeah.
you
More
cherish.
natural.
Yeah.
Exactly,
Rather
yeah.
than the posed sort
Yeah,
of. Yeah.
yeah. Because I feel like more people are bound to look back on those photos and like you see the actual emotion rather than just everyone standing there with their flowers like smiling.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can either have all of it, like the videographer, like the normal digital photography and a film photographer. I've seen that.
Yeah.
But then I've also seen it where people are just having a film photographer. So
Yeah.
I like it. Why not?
yeah.
What about content creators?
Yeah, this is a divisive topic, I think, because a lot of people think that it's fantastic and that you need one, and then a lot of people think you don't need one because you have a videographer.
Personally, as a business owner, and realizing the need for constant content on our socials, I'd love somebody in the office every day who could just do our content, because it's hard sometimes. You're so busy and so embedded in doing and dressing weddings and doing all the paperwork, and there's so much involvement in it, so much involved in it, that sometimes you think, shit, we should have taken that.
Yeah. Isn't it funny? You've got two sides though, because in the same breath, we now have so many people that don't want their photos uploaded to social media. And then you've got the other side who want everything on social media.
Yeah.
Their own QR codes, etc., etc.
It depends what type of bride or type of person you are. Because if you're uploading everything anyway in your day-to-day life.
Yeah.
I agree with the thing of, do you know when you're walking down the aisle? I hate to look at at somebody walking down the aisle, a video of them, and everybody turns around and takes photos.
You see that so
I
much.
really don't like that. I think the rule of no cameras in the actual wedding
It's such a special moment. You do not want to see your friends and family with their arms in the middle of the aisle.
I was watching something on Instagram the other day, and there was this beautiful bride, and this, oh my God, it was an Italian wedding, so it was so beautiful.
Stunning.
The church was amazing. And she's actually quite famous. I'll have to look up her name. But her dress was stunning. And every single person turned around and took pictures.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that just wrecks that moment.
Yeah.
It just wrecked it.
Yeah.
Because why did they need their own photo of it? And they're going to post it while you're still...
Yeah.
before you even get a chance to post yours. It's just silly.
There, is there?
Yeah.
A content creator and a videographer. Maybe a drone person as well.
And a film cameraman. Everyone.
Stop.
Yeah.
So personally, I like a content creator because they will then produce reels. If you're into socials, then you can put them on TikTok, you can put them on Instagram, and if you're old school, Facebook.
Yeah, it's just another way to record your day, isn't it?
Yeah,
Another way to have the memories of your day.
So let's talk about wedding day looks.
Ooh, I like
The
this
fashion.
We've seen a lot of people asking for black tie.
Yeah.
And, you know,
that vintage look again is all
very
back.
Really, really smart, really, really glamorous.
Black and white.
Yeah, black and white. Love it.
Cocktail hour.
Yeah,
kind of.
absolutely.
And usually in those weddings, the bridesmaids are dressed in white.
Yeah, I love that. I think as well, if you're paying so much for your venue to be decorated, like you're paying for your outfits, like making sure everyone in the bridal party is dressed a certain way, it's nice to know that your guests are kind of going to be part of that decor almost.
Yeah. Yeah, and it just makes amazing photos.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Like, how lovely to have.
Yeah, I love the look of a man. Like, a man comes dressed for a wedding. Sometimes they don't wear a tie though, because there's no dress code. But they've got to wear formal wear. And I love that look. I just
the bow
love it.
ties.
Yeah.
Bows.
Bows again.
Bow ties.
Bows.
Yeah.
And also leading on from that is the mismatched bridesmaids.
Yeah.
So there's lots of ways people doing it. Some are doing it in dual tones.
Yeah.
So picking bright colours, and each person's in a different colour.
Yeah.
And maybe even a different style dress that suits their shape.
Yeah.
And others are doing more tonal. So say they choose blue, and then it's all like different shades of blue.
Yeah.
Nudes.
Yeah. Yeah. I've seen it with like pinks and oranges.
Nice.
Love that, because I feel like that's quite a hot colour combo for 2024 especially. Is the pinks, reds, oranges, all of those kind of warm, lush tones together.
Yeah, that's lovely. And the multi-way dresses, the bridesmaid dresses, I think
they're a classic.
They really are, because they suit everybody.
Yeah.
You choose the style of top which suits you, and yet everyone is still uniform in the same dress.
The same but different. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a really good idea.
It's a secure bride who lets the bridesmaid choose her dress.
Definitely.
So some people want their arms covered, for example, so they choose a sleeve, and then some don't want their arms covered.
Yeah.
You know, I love the idea of just swapping them all around, all looking the same but not.
And then
mismatched.
I think that's a nice way to be.
I think so. And especially because normally your bridal party is like your best friends, your relatives. You want them to feel comfortable on the day anyway. Yeah. And I think, again, that makes for the best day, like the best photos, all of that, is if they're in something that they feel confident in, that they can, I don't know, be happy to wear. And then probably wear again if they really like the dress. Like if they're buying it and they're spending money on it, they can wear it again.
I just thought of a controversial one.
Oh.
So we're going to go on to talking in a bit about the mum do, which we'll speak about. But let's talk hen do first.
Yeah.
So what's your thoughts on if you choose to go to, say, abroad, somewhere in Italy or Ibiza, etc., and you're asking your bridal party and some close friends to go with you? Who pays?
Oh. Yeah.
Controversial.
I think it depends.
I think it's a conversation you need to have with your friends. I'm thinking about doing this.
Yeah.
would you be willing to pay for yourself?
Yeah.
You know, are you expecting me to pay?
Yeah. Or like, I've seen it where it's kind of 50-50, where say the bride pays for the flights, and then or even I've seen flights and accommodation be paid for, and then they bring their own money, kind of like a holiday where you just like spend your own money then.
Yeah.
But then I've seen people pay for their flights and the bride will pay for everything else. Like, yeah, I think you can do it in a way that'll be easy, like uncontroversial. Yeah.
Personally, I think if you're choosing to have your hen do abroad, not everyone can afford to even save for it.
Yeah.
Then you've got to pay.
Yeah, especially if it's not that much of a like you're not giving them that much warning in paying for it, because like you have to save up for stuff like that normally.
Yeah.
And also with when they go, there's always colour codes for the day.
Yeah,
like
there is a
on
lot
this
to go
day,
with it, isn't
the
there?
bride wears white and guests are in black, and then you know all these different things you've got to take into consideration that people can't afford.
Yeah, and I think as a bride, you can't be offended if someone goes, "Look, I'm sorry, I can't come
Absolutely not.
to your hen do."
And
And
then
then
you're my maid of honour, you've got to come.
yeah,
No,
exactly.
everybody can afford it.
Yeah,
No,
and then
exactly.
that's kind of the perfect scenario where you could potentially have two hen do's then, and have like an
Yeah.
at-home one. And
I was going to go on to say there's usually a local one, isn't there?
for the people who
Yeah.
can't make it.
Yeah. And of course, there's those people with children who've not going to leave their children
Yeah.
just to go on a
Yeah.
hen do.
Or can't afford it.
Yeah.
And there's always like when you go and have your hen do, there's always a bit of like obscene things that people do.
NSFW.
So this brings us to a mum do.
Yeah,
I love this.
I love this.
Absolutely. I want one, even though I'm married and I haven't been happily married for years. I still want a mum do.
I had one. I had a mum do. And we went for afternoon tea.
Yes.
And my aunties came. And
That's ideal.
It was so lovely.
Yeah.
And my sister came and it was local and everyone was relaxed about it and it was all more civilised because there were no willy straws.
Yeah.
You know, we put the willy straws away.
I hate a willy straw.
But it was so lovely and it was the last, it was in the run up to the wedding. So it was just
love
a
it.
week or 2 weeks before and everything was really exciting then.
Yes. That's
Whereas
good.
the abroad hen, if I'd been lucky enough to have one, would have been probably 2-3 months before the wedding.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I love a mum.
I think it's a really great idea.
Me.
Yeah.
Because normally mums and grandmas don't want to get drunk.
Yeah.
They just want to get together with you and get the excitement going with you.
Yeah.
So an afternoon tea, a spa day, that kind of thing is always it's a lovely idea.
And it can bring the two families together then as
Yeah,
well, especially
absolutely.
if they haven't previously had the chance to meet.
Yeah.
Maybe this would be their first time meeting before the wedding.
Yeah.
It's like kind of a chill way to introduce them to each other.
yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
I think it's the best way to go and
Yeah.
do.
And it just gives you another reason to celebrate as well, because let's be honest.
And another
you wanna,
outfit.
Exactly. You want to milk the bridal
Yeah, of
outfits.
course
You want
you
to
do.
milk it all because this is such an exciting time.
Yeah.
Why not?
Absolutely.
And at these events, so when you have, even if you had a home hen and a mum do you then have photographers there? Because some things I would definitely think I would want somebody there taking photos for like my grandparent, my grandmother being there, etc.
Yeah.
Because I think that's a nice closeness to it all.
Yeah. Maybe the mum do.
Or maybe
have a
photographer at
photographer.
that point.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Not expensive of
yeah.
yeah.
Because I feel like with like your home hen or say your destination hen, you've probably got all of your bridesmaids taking so many photos anyway and like videos and
took a
stuff.
photographer out with them
Yeah.
not that long ago.
Yeah.
Yes, I forgot about that. Yeah.
She did.
It's a great idea
It is.
if you can do it.
If you can afford to have a photographer. But like you said, with phones now, with everyone on their phones, most of those moments are
Yeah.
captured
I
with
don't
one
think
of
I'd take a photographer abroad with me, unless it was my wedding abroad. Obviously, then I would want to choose somebody from around here to take away with me. And somebody I was comfortable with as well, because they'd have to fly.
Yeah. But do you pay for their hotel and everything?
Yeah, you'd have to, wouldn't you?
That's a lot of expense, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's a...
And especially like when you're abroad, they definitely have the meals before. So you have to pay for them for pictures, pay for them pictures
Yeah.
on the day, maybe the weekend. They're all weekend, so it's going to be spenny.
Yeah. So on the topic of trends, kind of the exact opposite is feeling like you don't have to follow trends. Because even though we're so down for them, trends come and go. And I think at the moment, especially with social media, they come and go so much more quicker than they ever have before. That I think you shouldn't necessarily feel like you have to follow trends. Because a lot of people plan their weddings before they even know they're getting married. Like they kind of have the idea of what they want.
And it's like a theme, isn't it? You don't have to have a theme.
Yeah.
You don't have to have a theme.
Exactly.
You like a certain style.
Yeah.
You can kind of make it up as you're going along.
Yeah.
You know what you like, you know what you dislike. It doesn't matter if it hasn't got a particular theme or style.
Exactly. And especially us as venue stylists, as much as we do follow trends and we bring in new things every year, we also do have things that just stay classic, timeless.
Absolutely. Timeless is key.
And I think, the timeless trend will always be on trend because it's just simple, elegant things that you're just going to love forever.
Yeah.
So I think as much as we do love trends and we're like, follow this trend, do what makes you feel comfortable. It's the same with like dresses, everything. You want something that you're going to look back on and be like, wow, that was my day. It was lovely. It was exactly what I wanted.
But you don't want to look back at it and think, what the hell was I thinking?
Yeah.
Because there's nothing worse than a really badly put together wedding. And I've seen a few where there's so much on in a wedding that is like kind of like mismatched because the bride has bought something, then the florist has bought something, and then we put this thing up, things that just don't go. I hate it.
Yeah, it's almost like trying to follow too many trends at once.
That's why you get it all in. That's why you get somebody like us. So you tell us everything you've booked, and we'll tell you what will go with that wedding.
Yeah,
and maybe what not to have.
Yeah,
because it can be too much.
Yeah, because like even me, I'm on Pinterest all the time, and I'm pinning a million different things. Yeah. But they wouldn't all go together.
No.
Which is why...
You don't want to overdo it.
Sometimes less is more, isn't it?
Yeah.
Definitely.
In one wedding we done, there was so much, honest to goodness, the bride did tons herself. The tables were hugely overdressed. The ceilings were overdressed.
The room was very small.
No, the room was kind of like a good size, but it was looked smaller because too much in it.
Yeah.
Overcrowded. The tables had way too much on it. Yeah. And if she just told us what she had, because this was like when I was first starting out, if she told us what she had, then we could have advised.
Yeah.
That's when you pick people like us.
Yeah.
If you just rent things off somebody, then like there's lots of just rental businesses out there who come in and put things in a place that you told them.
Yeah.
Or there's people like us who style weddings.
There's no thought behind it then, is there?
Yeah.
You book all these things, you don't know how it's going to come together, you don't know how it's going to look.
You've just panicked buyed.
Yeah.
Really.
Booked.
Yeah. And a lot of people do that.
Yeah.
And it's understandable.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. But yeah.
So what do we think of candy carts now? I literally hate a candy cart. Ooh. I don't think anybody should have a candy cart anymore. I know people might like it. I think the sweet bit is okay.
Yeah.
If you want some sweets, bring them out in the evening.
Yeah.
Ask the venue to put them out for you.
A sweet table is very different. We can make that look lovely.
Yeah.
But a traditional candy cart.
Oh God! And they put leaves on them.
It's a little bit like when they used to have a wishing well and you put your cards in there. Do you remember those?
Yeah,
I get the whole sentiment behind it. We're wishing you well.
Yes,
that's what it was. But why the hell?
In a white wooden wishing well sitting on the side.
Oh, I hated them.
Really.
I hated them.
Yeah,
I'm so glad. I haven't seen one for a long time, and if anybody has one, sell it.
Girl, get rid of it.
Yeah. Bye. We literally hate a wishing well. I haven't seen one. And a ladder.
Ladder.
Yeah, people still love a memory ladder.
I don't mind a memory table. A memory table, that's brilliant.
I think that's a lovely idea.
Candles for people you've lost, that's lush.
Yeah.
Really like
thoughtful,
that.
Yeah.
But don't put it on a ladder. Why? We're not painting the ceilings today, gang.
Unless you are a carpenter and you're like,
make a ladder.
I love my job.
No ladders in weddings. That's gone. I don't even get why a ladder. Unless it's a rustic wedding. Maybe you get away with it.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
But no ladders.
No.
Ladders are gone.
No
We're not
ladders,
climbing up them.
no wells, no candy carts.
No candy carts. Anything wooden.
No gel beads.
Oh.
Do you know the ones that expand in water?
Oh, God.
Oh,
I
yeah.
hate a gel
Big on.
bead.
Yeah, that's not a good look.
Basically, they were used mainly by florists to fill a large vase. Instead of having the empty look, you put water in and you put these beads and they expand and they just fill the vase.
Yeah.
And
I know the ones.
get the concept of them. They're just not needed anymore. You can.
God, I
there's
hate them.
a million different things you could do. They're so much nicer.
Yeah.
It's the same with like martini glasses. When I still see those, I'm like,
Yeah.
No,
Wow.
That's a way to date your wedding.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
yeah, that's not so timeless.
No.
Yeah.
They're okay for corporate events because
Yeah.
corporate events aren't so like, thought out
Yeah.
as much as
Yeah.
as a wedding.
You don't go
Corporate
into.
event. Yeah. Have something in the middle of the table, that's fine.
Yeah.
But definitely not for a wedding.
Not like
Cozy
those
cookies.
yeah.
What
else?
What else did we hate when we were doing them? Oh, I know. Top table swags.
Swagging.
Oh my God.
That's
Oh my God.
definitely.
I used to spend hours doing swags.
That's definitely out.
Just a lovely white tablecloth is enough.
Yeah.
I
Or even
think-
like a chiffon.
Chiffon skirt, yeah, anything bar.
There's a million different
Swags,
things that you can choose.
We still put chiffon skirts out and they look nice because I think they're still
Covering
lovely.
up creases, aren't
Yeah.
they? as
Yeah.
well?
That's what brides hate the most.
Yeah, and we like steam them as well when we go in, so we can make sure that they look nice before they go.
We've had brides or couples pay us to steam the venue's tablecloths.
Yeah,
They should be doing this themselves.
Yeah.
If you would pay a lot for a venue, you
Yeah.
should,
They send
expect
them away to the laundry company that they use. They clean them, they iron them, but they iron them so when they're folded, so all those creases come on the
Yeah.
tablecloth.
kind of,
they just
yeah,
put them
they're not a
out.
good look,
Yeah.
are they?
I do see more and more companies ironing them now once they're on the tables.
I have seen, yeah.
Luckily,
And I do like that when you go to a venue, they've been ironed.
yeah,
But please don't iron them on the day that we're coming to dress that wedding because time is crucial to us. And we've been to venues, they iron one by one. One person's going around with irons, ironing those tablecloths.
Yeah.
And we're waiting. It's
Yeah.
like,
And please make sure that with your venue, you ensure they have long tablecloths.
that touch the
That's
floor.
another massive
Yeah,
no. Big faux pas. You spend a lot of money on your wedding day and all your beautiful pieces on the table and you walk in
and you see a rusty chair
and
leg.
you see, and table legs.
To be honest, it doesn't bother me
Table
that
leg, yeah.
much.
I just-
Because when people are sat, you don't see it.
You can't see them when they're sat. No, you're right.
So it doesn't bother me. It's only a quick glance and you notice it.
But most of the time, the venues have got long tablecloths. They just choose to put the shorter ones on. You just have to
Find
ask.
the long one as well because it's all around your legs and it's like having a blanket and it might be a hot day. Unless it's freezing cold and you want to cut in with your tablecloth, that's
Yeah.
great. But for me, it's a no. I don't want to. I don't want that all around my legs. Yeah, so we've digressed onto tablecloth.
Yeah,
We did.
we've gone into the don'ts
So yeah, we got into the don'ts.
and the do's, or
Bunting.
what's it called? Yeah,
Bunting's okay in a marquee wedding.
it's totally dependent on the style of your
look.
wedding. If you're getting married in a barn,
Yeah.
Yeah.
cute, kitsch, love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
If you're getting married in a manor house
No.
or a castle,
Yeah, it's not going to
No.
be.
Oh my God.
It's not really a good look. No. Mr. and Mrs. in bunting across the front of the table with a swag.
On Hessian.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, Hessian. That itchy, yucky stuff.
Could you even imagine?
I have nightmares about Hessian still. And we haven't used it for about 3 years.
No.
Oh my word, I used to hate
Hessian
it.
bows.
And they're really hard
With
to
lace trim. Chloe, you know you love it.
Oh my god.
Then they stopped having the itchy Hessian sack-like material
Yeah.
and made it Hessian-like look, but it was in linen.
Yeah.
That's not so bad.
That's easier to work with, easier to make bows out of.
Yeah.
Still not fan, but if you're going to have Hessian, it's a nicer out of
Yeah.
the two. It's the lesser of two evils.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
So.
Yeah. I thought of something, but I can't say because sometimes you can't get away from it because chair hire is not cheap and some people can't afford to replace the venue's own chairs.
I know what you're going to say.
Chair covers a bow.
Elasticated lycra
White
chair covers.
So you can't escape it, and I get it. For some people, the extra expense is not justified. In those cases, that's fine. But I literally hate doing chair cupboards.
Yeah, because in some circumstances, they are better than leaving the chair.
Oh my God,
that's true.
The way they are.
100%.
Yeah.
Because those chairs are normally...
to a chair with green, I don't know, green patterned material and legs.
Not
looks like a
are
bus
they?
chair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when they're all stained and disgusting and horrible.
Yeah. So a chair cover, when used for that reason, better.
I got us talk. Oh my God! It just reminded me, the chair cover thing reminded me of when we did a wedding with a chair cover on, and it.
Oh God.
We wasn't sure what was left on that chair.
Oh God.
Was it a stain? It was a brown stain.
Oh God.
Horrific.
It was
Was it food,
chocolate pudding.
self-tan, or poop?
Oh my God, please let me.
Again, I
Chocolate
think...
or gravy.
Yeah. Don't...
You want to hope it's chocolate cake.
Yeah.
Definitely was.
Needless to say, we threw that one in the bin because we weren't sure we didn't want to wash.
We're not taking risks.
Yeah. I didn't
We'll buy
want
a
to
new
touch
one.
it.
Yeah.
Turned it inside out, and maybe we should be wearing gloves for hazardous materials.
Yeah.
From now on.
Incinerate
Basically
it.
are like white lycra knickers though, aren't they? The chair covers. Yeah, all right. Really not bad.
I haven't got knickers like that, Claire.
No, neither do I, actually.
Your grandma's knickers.
Claire's wearing grandma's. Okay, and on that note,
On that note, yeah.
I think we'll sign off.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this, girls.
Yeah, that was a nice one. Yay.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us. As always, if you've got anything you want to discuss with us,
Let us know.
message us,
Yeah.
and we'll openly answer your questions on here.
Yeah. I hope you enjoyed listening to this week's episode.
And we'll catch you next week with a brand new episode,
Yay.
which I can't remember what our content is about, but hey,
It don't matter.
it doesn't matter at this stage.
We'll-
We'll talk to you next week and bring it fresh.
Lesh, thank you for listening. Thanks for talking with me, girl.
Thanks for having me on, girls.
Hey, you know it, baby.
I got my out of the office pass.
Fun
And
times.
into the wedding club.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So-
and bye.
Bye for now.
Signing off.